Good evening, Bio Nation. I hope you are doing well tonight. My name is Matt Williamson.
And I am Corey McFan.
And you are watching Marietta College Esports. We apologize for the delay. We're just trying to get things set up, making sure that LSU Shreveport is ready to go. They're currently doing the map picks and bans, so we should be starting momentarily. And I know those of you who are big fans of the Valorant team, you've been waiting very patiently because they've only played 2 games so far, and that was several weeks ago.
Yeah. They have won them both, though, so
yeah,
that's a plus.
Yeah, so they are 2-0 right now in NACE Starleague Varsity Plus. So we're going to see if they can finish before the break at 3-0. So while we're waiting for all that, let's go over who will be playing tonight for our Valorant team. So we have here, I'm just going to go through the list. We have our captain freshman Walker Dale Wave playing. We will have freshman Octavio Pedro and Edible Drywall playing. We will have sophomore Jazz Smith, Weenie Hunt Jr. playing. We're going to have senior Artemis Strepanets of Mom playing. He hasn't been able to play for a while, but he will be playing tonight. And then we will have freshman Ian Wanas McLovin playing. And of course, we have our head coach, Derek Games Grump. Yeah, we are getting things set. I believe the map picks and bans so far. First map will be, I think, said Icebox. Next will be Split. And if we go to map 3, I don't know what that is yet, but I guess we'll find out if we go to a map 3.
Yeah. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yep. So let's go over a couple other quick announcements. So first of all, we do want to give a shout out to HyperX for being the official peripheral sponsor for Marietta College Esports. They help provide our facility with keyboards, mice, headsets, mouse pads, and microphones. The quality is amazing. Great products. If you want to check out your own HyperX gear, please be sure to go to hyperx.gg/MariettaES. The QR code is on your screen. I actually checked them out the other day. They have some great prices right now, especially on headsets. I was looking at one for one of our students for like $30 for one of their high quality headsets. So that's a very good price for a gaming headset. Oh, looks like they're recreating the lobby. Okay, that's fine. Oh, there we go. All right. Also want to give a shout out to Over the Moon Pizza for their support. Every Tuesday they have their Marietta College night. So if you show your Marietta College ID, you get discounts on pizza, drinks, and desserts and other stuff. They'll have their Nintendo Switch up and available. They'll have, just making sure the lobby's good. Yeah, they'll have the Switch where you can play some Mario Kart or Super Smash, and they'll air our matches that we have on Tuesdays or put them up on YouTube if we don't have a live match. So definitely go check them out on Front Street in Marietta. And of course, we're always looking for more students for our esports program. So we have a variety of varsity titles such as Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch 2, Rainbow Six, Rocket League, Super Smash Bros., and Valorant. We have our dedicated facility here on campus. We have several coaches for a few of our titles. We provide programming support to help our students inside and outside the classroom. And there are scholarships available if you're a high school senior or a college transfer. So for more information, you can go to our Linktree, linktr.ee/Marietta Esports. Speaking of scholarships, yes, you heard it right. High school seniors and college transfers can receive a scholarship if they come to Marietta College to be part of our esports program. It is a 3-step process. First, you would fill out our recruitment inquiry form at bit.ly/MCRecruit. Then schedule a tryout at bit.ly/MCEsportTryout. And then join our Discord server at bit.ly/PioDiscord. All those links are on the link tree as well, but you see the QR code so you can screenshot it. We do have 2 official tryout dates in March. We will have one Saturday, March 18th. That is part of our Navy Blue and White Day. So if you are visiting the campus during that, you can come check it out and we might be able to give you a scholarship. Or we have our online tryouts, which will be on Saturday, March 25th. But we only have a few more of these dates left. So after that, we will not be able to offer any more scholarships for 2023-24. So I would suggest signing up sooner rather than later. But all right, it looks like the ready checks are starting to come out. So we should be starting very, very soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, Marietta is saying that they are ready. So we are waiting for LSU Shreveport to say they're ready. We do know it's going to be on Icebox, and it looks like Marietta will be attacking first, and LSU Shreveport will be defending. I don't know who chose the map or the side, but yeah, Marietta will be starting on offense, so we'll see how that goes.
Icebox is a classic map, one of my favorites. So I mean, it's just fun to play on. either way, attack and defense, it's fun to play on.
Yeah, we have seen the team first picking Icebox, so I wouldn't be surprised if they had that opportunity to do the first pick. And we've seen kind of mixed results with it. Like at first they were doing very well, then they were struggling with it, but then they got back into it. But let's find out here because we are going into game one. Marietta attacking first, LSU Shreveport will be defending. So let's see what kind of agents we get. Winnie Hunt Jr. Going to be picking that raise right away. Edible Drywall's looking at the KO. McLovin looking at the Sage.
I'm just seeing classic picks coming from Marietta at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they have talked about like very specific comps, but it does look like a lot of comfort picks coming out. We see Wave bringing out the Omen. Edible Drywall does like playing the KO, although McLovin has been playing different types of agents. So bringing out the Sage, being able to do that resurrection could be very helpful in certain fights. And we're seeing the Jet already being locked in for LSU Shreveport. All right, so still waiting for LSU Shreveport to lock in their agents.
Select your agent.
Viper would be a difficult pick for Marietta to play against, especially on this map. This is a very strong map when it comes to playing Viper.
Mm-hmm. But they're not seeing the... Okay, now they're all locked in.
Waited till the very last second to lock in.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Viper, the Sova, and the Killjoy, and of course, Mob will be on the Fade.
It is interesting that I can't. What is their name again? It's
LSU Shreveport?
Shreveport. Yes, it completely blanked.
It's okay.
They went with 2 Sentinels, which isn't usually the way to go, but having the ability to lock down both sites can come in handy at times. So that is interesting to me.
Yeah, especially, I mean, they know they're going on defense first, so maybe they're doing that because they know that they're going to start on defense and they want to try to have a good performance here. But it looks like Marietta is eyeing Site A, which I think has been their strategy, is just to go straight for there just because it's a shorter distance, of course. But all right, we are getting things started up. I got to make sure I have the right perspectives. It is that pistol round first.
I'll find you.
And Marietta will plant first, and Marietta's already got 3 down, but we see the Jet getting quite a few picks, and I don't know what's going with the UI. I don't see any of the players here. I don't know if the UI is bugged, so we can't actually see the status. Wave does get a 3K.
Does look like it is bugged. It might have been turned off in the settings.
Let's take a look here. Let's see here.
Match settings, not your personal settings.
well,
like that's not something you can control.
Yeah, this is a little weird. Like I can't even see what the like I can go through each perspective.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little weird because if we can't see the player icons at the top and ultimate status, that means the players can't either. So it's gonna be a little interesting.
Yeah, McLovin's gonna get an early pick, but I can't even check who's who. Let's see here. There's McLovin right there. Wave's gonna get 1 down. Edible Drywall's gonna get a pick, and Mom is gonna start planting. Yeah, I'm wondering if... Yeah, Mom's gonna get in the pick. There's only 1 left. Mom does get that headshot. And that is going to be another round. And once again, like the fact that I can't even keep track of score. Yeah, I cannot see any of the settings here.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to like
We're just
guess the score at times.
Yeah, I mean, we know the Pioneers are up 2-0.
There.
I'm going to check one thing and see what it looks like for everyone else's. So take over real quick as I'm trying to...
It does look like Marietta is going for a little bit of a rush through mid to start out this round. But it does look like Shreveport does take down 2 of Marietta.
One enemy remaining.
And there goes a 3rd. No, there goes a 4th actually.
Yeah. And LSU Shreveport will take the round. Okay, so the rest of the team can see the UI properly.
Okay.
It's just whatever reason for the settings. I don't know if it's a patch issue but it's just not showing up for me. So I'm gonna try to check a few things in the meantime. So maybe there's a way to adjust the UI. But we're just gonna have to keep a mental track here. In fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this up here. So right now it's 2-1 if I remember right. So we're gonna use that to try to keep track of things.
And either way, it should tell us at the end of the game.
Right, but it'd still be nice to keep track as we're going.
True.
The edible drywall is gonna get 1 down. They're gonna try to plant. And Mom will start planting, and they do get the spike planted. And Wave's gonna get 1, Winnie Jr.'s gonna get 1. And there's only 1 left for LSU Shreveport, and they will get the flawless. So that's gonna be 3-1.
Right now it just seems like A is where Marietta just needs to go at the moment. They tried to mix it up round 3 and sort of rush through mid. They did have a gun disadvantage at that point though. But they got melted rushing through mid there. But it does look like Marietta is going to go for a little bit of a B push this time around.
I'll shut down Killjoy's tech. Shutting them down.
Okay, Winnie Jr. gets 1 down. And Double Dribble is going to start planning. But we're going to see a couple kills, but Drywall is going to get 1 down.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Brings it back down to a 1v1.
And I think LSU Shreveport will be able to disable in time.
Simple fake on the spike is all they needed to bait out McLovin. And didn't take that round.
A bow and arrow is old-fashioned, but sometimes old ways are best.
Okay, I'm going to check a couple things with the settings just to make sure that I'm not missing anything here. Other... Oh, wait a minute. Always show player loadouts, always visible. Turn that off. Let's see here. It's still not really working.
Scanning ahead.
It might just be a visual bug.
That's also true. It could be a visual bug. But I don't know if there's a great way to fix that right now. McLovin does get 1 pick. But Edible Drywall is going to go down. Well, Mom is going to get a pick onto the Viper.
Bring them down. We found one. One enemy remaining.
The kill with the boom buddy coming from Weenie Hut Jr. over here. That's always a satisfying kill right there. Just to see a boom buddy get a kill. Always satisfying.
See if we can try to do this.
Looks like a 3v1 situation and leaving Marietta in the advantage. And just like that, Marietta takes another round.
Alright, so we'll update the score here.
Courage, but no one is immune.
Putting it 4-2 in favor of Marietta.
Alright. Trying to take a look at the input from the chat. I don't think refreshing the stream is necessarily going to work because I don't want to take it down and bring it back up. We're going to see if there's a way to refresh the UI. Is there a way to reload?
We would have to leave the game.
We don't want to do that.
Yeah. I think we're just stuck with it for this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to just live with it because in a pre-made game, if we leave the game, we will not be able to get back into it. I remember, I think it was last semester there was an issue with a match where a player disconnected, left the game, and there was no way for the player to get back.
It might be different for spectators.
Well,
but let's just not risk it.
Yeah, I think it just bugged, and we're going to have to live with it, unfortunately.
We'll keep track of the scores and keep you updated.
Yeah. We see the Sova ult coming out. Mom's trying to dodge it, but does go down to it. But Wave does get a pick onto the Viper. Teleports away from the Sage. And does catch the Sage from behind. So right now, we can still go for the mini-map. It looks like a 3v3?
Yeah, it does look like a 3v3.
Yeah.
Nope.
No more.
No,
Wave with the 3K, looking for a fourth.
4v2, actually. We missed
Oh,
one.
there's four? I didn't see the fourth. Yeah, it's 4v2. And they did plant.
One enemy remaining.
McLovin gets one pick, trying to get the last one.
And he did take him out.
Yeah.
Making it 5-2 in Marietta's favor.
All right.
This is why we are a team.
And once again, we apologize that the UI must have bugged when we loaded in, and we don't really have a great way to refresh without leaving the game, but then we wouldn't be able to get back in. So we're just going to have to live with it.
We'll try to fix it in between maps.
Well, hopefully when you load the second game, hopefully the UI will fix itself then.
Hopefully.
Meanwhile, we'll just try to keep an eye as best we can. Marietta is going for site A. And KO is going to be popping the ultimate. And Wave will start planting. We see it about Drywall is checking the top side. Meanwhile, Mom is just checking right there. Drone comes out. Edible Drywall takes it down. But now Wave is going to put the smoke in place. And it's just a 1-for-1 trade. Edible Drywall goes down, but Mom's going to take down one. Weenie Hut Jr. gets one. And so it trades back and forth, but I don't think they're going to be able to defuse in time, so it should be another round.
That's what it looks like. 6-2 in Marietta's favor.
Yep.
Where's the mouse? There we go.
Yep.
Where are we going this time? Remember what worked?
All right, go ahead and click back over here. There we go. Yeah, gotta click back so that way I can. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
All right, it is 6-2. There we go.
699.
No, it's not 699. The game would be over way before then. But yeah, they're gonna go back to site A. And we're already gonna see the ultimate coming out for Mom. But that Viper was ready with it. Weenie Hut Jr. does take down the Viper.
That is very unfortunate for Marietta. Viper just creeping around that corner.
Barriers, I have this fight. Your duty is not over.
The res does come out.
Yep. Yeah, Big Blossom does get the res on Edible Drywall, so a great time to use that ultimate, and they actually clear the entire team. Yeah, so it's gonna be 7-2.
Where is it? I've lost the mouse.
That's okay. I know there's some questions in the chat about the program. We're just kind of writing down the score on our end. It's not showing up on the UI. Like the 0-0 you see there, that's the game score, not the score for an individual map.
Yeah, usually the game tracks the individual map on its own. So, just for some reason, it's just bugged right now.
Although I can try something here. Let me try one thing real quick. It's a little ugly, but I can make this work. So give me a second, chat, and I might be able to do something here. This is going to be interesting, but I think I can do this. It's not going to be 100% accurate, but we're going to go with it for now. So was it said 6-2, right?
I believe so, yes. 7-2, 7-2.
7-2? 7-2 now? Okay. There we go. Alright, that's about the best we're going to be able to do. Just for a temporary fix. But at least that way you can see the score. Have to manually change some stuff here, but right now it's still 5v5. Marietta's looking at site B. The introducer is going to put the drone down. Mom is going to start planting, but Mom gets taken down while planting.
There.
Edible Drywall is going to start trying to plant,
30 seconds
but
left.
gets disrupted. Weenie Jr. does get that pick onto the Sage and rotate around. And now the ultimate's going to be coming out and takes down the Jet. Wave's going to take down one. So now it looks like it's going to be a 4v2, but Wave actually, never mind. Wave gets taken down. So it's just Winnie Hut Jr.
Player standing.
and the Killjoy remaining. And a great pick there by Winnie Hut Jr. with the 3K. So that is now going to be 8-2.
There we go. That works.
That's about the best we can do for now. Once again, we apologize for the UI bug. There's just not much that we can do with it. Because if we try to leave the game, it probably will not let us back in because it is a custom game.
They are mine.
All right, Marietta is going to head straight over to site A.
I'll find you.
Throwing out the smarks and the smokes and everything. Walls are coming up. There we see, but Loving does get taken down. And Wave is trying to find an opening. And it's going to be teleporting over to site B. Edible Drywall does get a pick onto the Killjoy. And now Marietta is going to be rotating. And Wave did take down the Sova. And Jet's right above him. I don't think he knows it. But he does see the Sage and takes down the Sage. But doesn't see the Jet. But so it's still a 3v2. Edible Drywall will start planting and does get that plant off.
Where are you?
And Mom will be throwing out ability. The Jet's right there. Does catch it. Gets the headshot. So it's just the Viper that's left. And Mom was going to get the 2K for it. And that's another round for Marietta. So it should be 9-2.
Just the flicks coming from Marietta, just latching onto Shreveport's heads.
And it looks like there is a pause. And I'm not going to be able to see the chat, so I don't know why there's a pause. It just might. Well, it's probably a timeout because you are allowed to do a tactical timeout,
Oh, okay.
but it's only for like 60 seconds. So I'm going to guess that LSU Shreveport probably called for a 60-second timeout, especially since it's the last round before it. And once again, we don't know what ultimates are up, but any ultimates that are not used here will be lost. So I would expect whatever ults are available that they're just going to burn it.
I'd say on Marietta's side, they're probably close to another Fatal and a Sage ult at this point. And we do know that they have the KO ult up right in front of us here.
In fact, we can check. Let's just check through here.
Oh, maybe not. No, it just looks like KO ult.
Yeah, just KO. We can check the other teams real quick. So we see Sova has ultimate, Jet has ultimate, and Sage. So 3 ultimates are ready for LSU Shreveport, where meanwhile Marietta only has the KO ult.
However, that KO ult can shut down every ult in the game just by it not being able to be used at all.
So let's just keep an eye on Edible Drywall to see if he pops that. But Mom is going to take down the and Wave with a 2K.
One enemy remaining.
And we're seeing it's just the Killjoy that's actually no, so Killjoy that traded. It's just the Viper that's left. Marietta's going to rotate over to site B. Or maybe not. Maybe they'll rotate. No, never mind. They're heading over to site B.
It does look like the Viper is going to be trying to flank from behind them.
But yeah, we're going to see here. McLovin's just 1 point away from ultimate to bringing someone back. We need juniors. Kind of checking. It's just. We're all just kind of hanging out, waiting for Viper to make a move. And Edible Drywall is going to spot the Viper. But gets taken down. So now Viper's going to start heading there, but McLovin does get the kill and secure the round for Marietta. So it is now 10-2.
Switching sides.
So now Marietta will be on deep. They only just need a couple rounds and they'll take this first game. So a very strong performance by the Pioneers.
Only losing 2 rounds so far in this map. It should show the scores, yes. However, I think it's just a visual bug, and it's just not showing any of the top UI at all. I don't know why.
Yeah, the overlay is set up where the actual score would show up underneath it. It's just it's a visual bug, unfortunately. And we're gonna see Big Love is gonna spot like everyone from LSU Shreveport's fighting in the middle, but Mom's gonna pick one, but does go down. But the rest of the Pioneers are gonna try to collapse onto LSU Shreveport. McLovin's gonna pop one.
Spike down A.
So now it's a 3v2. LSU Shreveport's gonna start planning over at site A. And Marietta will start heading over there. Spike does get planted. And Wave may be looking to flank. It's gonna be kind of gets one down, tries to dodge, and he's gonna get the other. So Marietta will be able to disable the Spike.
And that's another 1 round for Marietta. Lots of trades left and right there at the beginning.
Yeah, well, they were all grouped up in the middle, so it was just like bang, bang, like just back and forth. So now it's gonna put Marietta in a pretty huge advantage. Because they only just need 2 more rounds to take this first game. And of course, but by winning the pistol round, they're going to be able to buy, once again, UI bug, so can't even see the loadout of what weapons everyone has. We do apologize. Hopefully game 2 will not be as buggy.
Where are you?
But now we're going to see Wave's going to spot LSU Shreveport heading to Site B. But he does take down the Sage. And he sees the Jet, takes down another, going to fall back. He has been spotted. And now the rest of the Pioneers are going to try to pinch. It's going to teleport up top. Spots the Sova, but doesn't get down. But McLovin's going to spot one. But they are just collapsing. Knew exactly where the Viper was with the 3K. Looking for 4. Although Mom takes down the Sova. And yeah, that was already all 5 gone.
Just running and spraying and pray for that last one.
Yeah, I lost counts where the other kill was. But yeah, it is match point for the Pioneers. 12-2. And right now, LSU Shreveport is looking at the middle. But no, never mind. They are going to be heading over to Site A, it looks like. Although we might see Wave and Viper going at each other along Site B.
Shutting them down. One suppressed.
Double Drive was going to catch one with the suppression.
Does look like a little bit of a fake Viper wall heading towards B. Try to misdirect Marietta a little bit.
But see, Wave is still hanging over there and seeing that they're not rotating. Never seen Weenie Hut Jr. maybe looking for a flank from behind. Spots the trade, edible drywall trades, but Weenie Hut Jr. does go down. And Mom is going to get headshots. So now it's a 4v2. McLovin is looking at the base. Meanwhile, Wave is going to be looking to sneak from behind. Gets picked off, and it's just McLovin that's left in a 1v4 situation. And does get taken down. So LSU Shreveport is still alive.
Let them try.
Shreveport had a big advantage going into that round because they were able to full buy and get like better weapons. Meanwhile, Marietta was stuck with their weaker guns like their SMGs and such like that. I misspoke a little bit there, but it's fine.
That's right. You got the idea across. And it makes it interesting though. It's like, is it better to lose the pistol round then so you can get better weapons in round 3?
Not necessarily, because if you can take down a couple of people in that third round with you, then that's going to give you a big advantage economically later on.
LSU Shreveport is just kind of keeping an eye for any potential flanks, and Marietta's not buying it. And although they're just kind of leaving the spike over by that door, Drywall is just kind of peeking a little bit, but we're seeing a lot of patience. And the drone is going to spot Edible Drywall, so he's going to fall back. Throw out the suppression dagger.
Two suppressed.
And now they know that there's 2 over there. The rest of the team is starting to fall in. Once again, 33 seconds remain. And now we're going to see LSU Shreveport rotating around. So it may be up to Wave to see what goes on over at Site B. Toxin Wall comes up, and that's going to tell the team that they need to start heading over to Site B. They're going to start planning, but Wave is going to get taken down. And Weenie Hunt Jr. is going to get taken down. McLovin gets one, but he's going to fall. And it's just going to be Edible Drywall that's left. And a 4K coming out for the Killjoy. So it's still match point, but right now the momentum is swinging in LSU Shreveport's favor.
Yeah, that's the thing about like what I mentioned earlier about being able to full buy on round 3 if you lose the first 2 rounds. It gives you the opportunity to snowball and win round after round after round. What I would do if I were Marietta is I would just full save this round, and then, which is what they seem to be doing, and then be able to full buy the next. That way, I can have the better guns to counter their guns.
And we actually see they're going for a rush. And I don't think it's working. 2 have already fallen for the Pioneers.
Last player standing.
So it's just Mom that takes down 1, but there's still 4 remaining. And that's just going to be another round, but yeah, interesting that they tried to go for the rush play.
When you're on an eco round, you kind of want to take those close quarters and, like, I would say, like, an ugly fight, because it's, like, up in your face, very close quarters, and it doesn't really look that appealing to anyone outside of...
Alright, now we do see that LSU Shreveport does have 2 ultimates ready. Wave has his ultimate. Once again, we see just a little scouting coming out for LSU Shreveport. Sniper shot goes out, does not connect.
Bring them down.
But McLovin is going to get taken down. But looks like they may be rotating towards the middle. And Mom is just going to be kind of sitting there waiting. Wave's going to spot the Jet, takes one down, but does fall to the Sova.
I'll find you.
We see LSU Shreveport is trying to fight. And Mom takes down 1. Spike does get planted.
Bring them down.
Weenie Hunt Jr. goes down. So right now, it's just Mom that's left. Against 3. Pops the ultimate. Takes down 1.
Almost got caught reloading there.
Kill my
And Sage is going to get the res off onto the Sova. Still kills. Gets another.
or down.
But it's just a kill. I don't think he has enough time.
I'll find you.
Yeah, he's going to try to disable, but it's just not good. Yeah, he doesn't have enough time, unfortunately. So the round will go to LSU Shreveport. But Mom did take down 4 of them, so that should hurt their economy a little bit.
Shreveport kind of brought out a little bit of a surprise operator and caught Marietta off guard. They were able to get an early pick, and because of that, was able to push on the site free.
As one.
But we're seeing McLovin almost has ultimate ready. Mom popped it earlier. Weenie Jr. has a couple points left. Edible Drywall's almost there.
Shadows traveling.
Brings out the smoke. And is going to go from behind. Takes down 1, but falls himself.
B.
Barrier created.
It was a little bit of an interesting play, but he did bring down 1 with him.
Edible Drywall goes down. Jr. trying to find the open. McLovin gets 1, and Weenie Jr. gets a snipe onto Viper. So now, and McLovin goes down. So now it's a 2v2. It's up to Weenie Hunt Jr. and Mom. 43 seconds remain in the round. And it looks like the Jet's already like about half health. And they're going to be rotating over to Site A, it looks like. And Mom may be trying to intercept.
30 seconds left.
And it's just kind of a dueling of the snipers.
Last player
And
standing.
Mom gets taken down, so it's just Weenie Hut Jr. remaining.
Spike planted.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Now Weenie Hut Jr. needs to take down these last two. Jets already very low on health. But gotta watch that Killjoy on the sniper. Gonna be looking to spot Weenie Hut Jr., but doesn't really have a lot of time.
One enemy remaining.
Takes down the Jet. But once again, just gonna run out of time. Gonna try to charge, but or disable, but it's not gonna be enough. And so far, it's been all LSU Shreveport.
For the past, like, five
Rounds, it's been all LSU. Yeah, ever since it's been match point for Marietta, LSU Shreveport have taken 5 rounds. Now, McLovin does have his ultimate ready. We see Weenie Jr. is 1 point away. Edible Drywall. So 3 ultimates are ready for Marietta. Meanwhile, we see, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 ultimates ready for LSU Shreveport. So I can see a bunch of ultimates being popped here. Because Marietta just needs 1 more round to take this game. And Toxic Wall's coming out, and we're going to see McLovin is trapped. Going to go through the wall, take some damage to stay alive. And the rest of the team is going to be coming over to Site B, but LSU Shreveport will get the plant offense and pop the Toxic Cloud. And we're seeing the rest of the teams trying to move in. Wave is looking to teleport from behind. Takes down the Killjoy. Weenie Hut Jr. takes down one. It's been trading back and forth. Edible Drywall takes down one. And I'm losing track of who's still up and who's down. But LSU Shreveport will still survive. And I think the team's starting to get frustrated. They only used 1 of their ultimates, it looks like. Oh, yeah, they used 2 of the ultimates. Actually, no. Yeah, I've lost track.
On attack, it looked like Marietta was a lot more coordinated than they are here on defense.
Yeah, you see they're just struggling so much on defense. The Silva ult's going to be coming out. Edible Drywall is going to try to do the dance to dodge. And Mom's going to get taken out by the Sniper. Wave was looking to flank behind the Viper. And we'll take an ult charge. But he's going to get taken out by... That Killjoy on the Sniper has been on fire.
It seems like Marietta just doesn't have an answer for that op.
And McLovin gets a 1-for-1 trade. McLovin, and then we see Weenie Hut Jr. getting the ultimate ready.
Last player standing.
But another round will go to LSU Shreveport.
Getting a little bit uncomfortable for Marietta here. They had a major lead in the first half.
And LSU Shreveport has just been building, like you were saying before, just at round 3, feeling full buy and just using that momentum for every round ever since then. So that's 7 rounds in a row that LSU Shreveport have taken. We see LSU Shreveport kind of slowly moving in. We almost saw a little fight there between Wave and Viper, but did not happen. Will fall back. And now LSU Shreveport are going to rotate over to Site B.
Shadows traveling.
And Jet's going to dash through. Wave's going to fall back. And Weenie Hunt Jr. is going to take down one. Now about 30 seconds remain.
30 seconds left.
And we're going to start seeing LSU Shreveport starting to plant. Wave gets taken down. Spike does get planted. But the race is going to come out to bring Wave back up. Weenie Hunt Jr. is going to take down one. And we're going to see Wave going to start trying to disable or defuse. Gets taken down in the process.
Remaining.
And it's a 1v2. So McLovin gets taken down. So now it's just Weenie Hunt Jr. versus the Viper. And goes down so close.
Those Viper lineups can be very deadly if you're not careful and playing around them.
Yeah, they just, like, it seemed like they were trying to go for the defuse, but they should have just tried to eliminate the rest of LSU Shreveport before defusing.
Even then, if they had just waited for the Viper Molotov to go away, they would have had time, because it was at half. They would have had time to defuse if they had just waited.
Yeah, it's almost as if there's a little bit of panicking going on for the team.
Losing about 8 rounds in a row, I would probably panic a little bit too.
Yeah. Now LSU Shreveport is mainly going to be looking at the Site A. And Wave puts the smoke out right in front of LSU Shreveport, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to go through. And the recon bolt's going to spot out edible drywall. "35 seconds remain, and Giltry tries to go for the sniper shot, doesn't get it.
30 seconds left.
Now LSU Shreveport is going to be rotating around. The Wave is going to have to be ready. He gets taken down, but now they're going to rotate back, try to do the reverse.
Where are you? 10 seconds left.
So now they're going to head over to Site A. McLovin gets taken down.
Spike planted.
And LSU Shreveport going to be able to get the spike planted. So now Marietta's going to have to fall back. It's still a 3v5.
Bring them down.
We're going to see it's going to be very difficult for Marietta to try to commit, but they are looking to collapse. Mom takes down one, but Weenie Hunt Jr. goes down.
Where are you? You have got to be kidding me.
And Mom's going to start to defuse, but I don't know if he has enough time. Gets it at about half and gets taken down, and it's another round. So it's been 9 rounds in a row for LSU Shreveport. One more and we will get into overtime.
Shreveport has made quite the comeback in these past 9 rounds.
As a reminder, it was 12-2, and it's been all LSU Shreveport ever since. Grave does spot the Killjoy, but he gets taken down, and now LSU Shreveport's going to go straight over to the site, just being overexposed, using the toxic wall as cover. Drywall dodges the sniper shot, but now LSU Shreveport is rotating over to site A. So I mean, they're trying to play the mind games. We know Junior's going to get taken down. And just they're not checking their.
Spike planted.
They're not looking both ways before crossing an opening. I mean, edible drywall gets picked off.
Marietta is in a 2v5 situation. 12 to 11.
Mom pops the ultimate, but gets picked off by the Sova. This did not peak. And just a flawless round. So we are tied up 12 each. So we will go into overtime.
Switching sides. Overtime.
So Marietta will be on offense first here.
Definitely a big comeback from Shreveport here. Taking it from 12 to 2 all the way to overtime, that still amazes me.
But it's also concerning for the Pioneers because something is going wrong there where they're getting frustrated. They're making mistakes because they're just barging in without looking or checking to make sure it's clear. And they're just getting picked off. So I think they're very tilted. But we'll see if Marietta can come back from this. But right now the momentum is clearly in LSU Shreveport's favor. And Wave's going to get picked off. Now Marietta's going to try to rotate around. Or they're going to rotate back to site A. Trying to do that reverse rotate that LSU Shreveport did.
Where are you?
Now Marietta going to start moving in. Winnie Jr. takes down the Killjoy. But Killjoy takes down McLovin from the grave.
Spike planted.
Marietta gets the spike planted. So it's still a 3 versus 4. But Edible Drywall gets taken down.
Last player standing.
And now it's just Weenie Hut Jr. And LSU Shreveport will take the lead for the first time this game.
Switching sides. Match point.
Dreams are a funny thing.
So Marietta was up 12 to 2. And LSU Shreveport have won 11 games in a row, take it to overtime and get the first point. And now their match point from winning the entire, winning this game.
It looks like Marietta's mental state for this map has just spiraled downhill at this point.
LSU Shreveport is going to be scouting around. I think they did spot the Jet. And Mom does get a pick onto the Jet. But that might be what Marietta needs to get back into this.
I'll find you.
Be really careful from that op sitting up there.
Seconds remain. The Killjoy is rotating around. The edible drywall is gonna stick around the site.
30 seconds left.
Looks like he'll pick up the spike. And Mom's gonna, it's a 1-for-1 trade. And edible drywall takes down the Killjoy and the Sage. So there's just, the Viper is all that's left. And with 5 seconds remaining, I don't think Viper is going to be able to get to the spot in time. And edible drywall with the 3K, tying this up.
Back to 13-13.
Switching sides.
So here we go again, folks. So hopefully that will give the momentum that Marietta needs to try to get back into it.
What started as a 12-2 blowout has become an intense, very close game.
Yeah, so Marietta will start on offense once again, so they need to try to get this round to get the lead. But they have to be smart. Throwing out the suppression dagger.
One suppressed.
Going to catch the Sage. Now Mom is checking. Wave is checking the spot. 55 seconds remain. And Marietta's going to decide to rotate, knowing that that's pretty well defended. And it's going to pick the Jet. So now they're going to head straight over. You see Viper takes down edible drywall from behind. But Wave is going to get the pick. Marietta gets the spike planted. But McLovin gets taken down by the Sage. So it is now a very tense 3v3. But Wave is going to get picked off.
Last player standing.
And it's just Mom that's left. And LSU Shreveport will start. And Mom gets taken down, and LSU Shreveport will get the defend.
Switching sides.
So it is now match point for LSU Shreveport once again. We're going to see LSU Shreveport kind of looking at all entrances to see what is available. Mainly looking at Site B, but McLovin gets sniped very early on, which is not what you need when this is match point.
You just gotta respect the op at this point. Can't be peeking those long angles. You know that they're gonna pick the op on attack, so you can't peek where you think an op might peek.
Especially with the Killjoy on that sniper. Just been getting a lot of kills. Now see, LSU Shreveport is heading over to Site A. Mom does get one. Edible Drywall gets another. LSU Shreveport is looking to plant. They get the spike planted, but Mom's going to take down the Sova.
And that just leaves 2 left for Shreveport. 4v2 situation in Marietta's favor.
Mom will start defusing, and Wave takes down 1. And they do get the defuse off. At least I thought they did. Yeah, they got it.
They got the defuse off.
So this is still 1st to 2. So we're in like double overtime at this point. Triple overtime.
Well, it's been 28 rounds so far, so I mean, it's typically 25.
It's going back and forth. Marietta just needs to get this round to try to get the advantage. And they're going to rush Site A, it looks like.
Where are you?
Breaking down the walls. And they got to be careful here.
Bring them down.
Edible drywall goes down. Mom takes down this Sage. And we'll start planting.
For you.
But they gotta keep him alive. They do get the spike planted. But Wave's gonna go down, but a 1-for-1 trade. But it's still 2v3. But it's just McLovin and Weenie Hut Jr.
Last player
And
standing.
McLovin goes down, and Weenie Hut Jr. will fall. So once again, LSU Shreveport will take that round.
Oh no, you got
Very, very close game.
They try to play more aggressive,
one dream
but
ends,
they're just not winning the
another begins.
gunfights. So once again, it's map point for LSU Shreveport.
Going into round 30 at this point.
Yeah, we've been playing for over an hour. Both sides have to be exhausted, so it's going to come down to who wants this map more. And one of the things I have noticed is Wave has been getting picked off very early, but he does take down the Killjoy, which is huge. But the spike is already planted by LSU Shreveport.
Cover going out.
So, I mean, Marietta's going to have to get some quick picks because they are on the clock. They're going to try to teleport up top. Takes down another and a third. And that was the opportunity for Marietta to start disabling. Although Jack gets the 2K, but Wave takes down the Viper, and the last one falls. And Marietta will take the round. Maybe.
No, they got it. They got it.
They do secure the defuse. So, another overtime, everyone. Round 31.
Switching sides.
This is
Overtime.
intense at this point.
Station is for amateurs.
Got me on the edge of my seat and everything leaning forward.
I don't think we've seen a game go this long.
Nah, this will be a first.
I mean, it makes you wonder, like, what is the record for most number of rounds in a Valorant match?
Probably pretty far up there. You
Yeah.
never know.
Now, Marietta's saying, you know what, we're going to try Site B because they haven't had a whole lot of luck with Site A. Toxic Wall comes out. We're seeing LSU Shreveport is rotating over. McLovin gets one, but gets picked off by the Jet. And Mom's going to get one. Takes down the Killjoy, which is huge. Going to start planting through the smoke. Wave's going to get one, but Edible Drywall is going to fall. So it's a 3v2. Marietta has the advantage right now.
One enemy remaining.
And they do take him down, and Marietta will take the lead. The story of the game has been 12 to 2 for Marietta. LSU Shreveport Shreveport goes all the way to tie it up, and it's been back and forth. LSU Shreveport been getting the match point over and over again. Timeout is being called once again. I don't know who, but I think this is where you just got to get some the nerves calmed down. But yeah, it was 12-2. Marietta just needed one round to take the game. LSU Shreveport won 10 rounds in a row to tie it up. And then with every overtime round, LSU Shreveport would take a round, but Marietta would take the next one. So it's been back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. But this is the first time Marietta takes the first round in overtime. So can they settle down, get this round, and finally end this game?
At this point, I'm thinking we did it just for the screen time. Like,
but of course, it's when the UI is bugged and we can't show the actual overlays.
oh, we're showing a makeshift version of the overlay. It's the same thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point with overtime, it doesn't really matter for alts, right?
No, alts, it doesn't matter. It all gets reset to half.
But all right, so Marietta's on defense. I mean, they have. I'm not even gonna jinx it. I'm not gonna jinx it. They just let's see if they can get this round. LSU Shreveport is eyeing site B. It looks like.
Knife deployed.
Suppression Dagger comes out, not gonna catch any. Well, catches the Sova. Meanwhile, Wave is just gonna be hiding in the corner like he has been. But he's going to get picked off, and now LSU Shreveport is going to head straight over to Site B and start planting.
That is not a good time to get picked off right there.
Thompson Wall is down, but Weeding Hut Jr. is going to fall. Nipple drywall. Want to try to throw out the. He gets picked off. And Mom's going to get taken down. It's just McLovin in a 1v5. McLovin gets one, but not going to be enough. And LSU Shreveport will tie it back up. So here we go again, everyone.
Switching sides.
What is this?
Overtime.
Round 33?
Yeah.
This is just a never-ending game right here. And this is just the first map.
Yeah, it is a best of 3. This is going to come down to stamina. I mean, no matter what happens with this game, game 2 is going to be like the mental fortitude. Because when you play a game like this and you become mentally exhausted, you're going to start making mistakes. Marietta's looking to play in the middle. And we see a 1-for-1 trade. Inable Tri-Wall gets one down. Wave's going to teleport around. And actually takes down several. So it's just a Viper that's left. This is the opportunity that Marietta needs to take the round. Viper's going to rotate around, and Wave is going to wait here to see where Viper goes. And Viper's going to have to expose herself for Wave to catch. And a great headshot there by Wave with the 3K. And Marietta will take the lead once again.
That was just a free kill there at the end. Viper neglected to check their own spawn room.
So here we go. Pioneers one round away from taking it. Can they finally close this out? This has to be exhausting. I mean, it's got to be exhausting for both sides here.
It's just back and forth over and over again. It's just not ending.
This is the game that doesn't end.
Don't get that stuck in my
head.
No.
And on, my friend.
No, don't get that stuck in my head, please.
Too late.
Oh, no.
All right. So here we go. We see a little bit of a split look for LSU Shreveport. The Killjoy is looking at Site A, but Marietta's kind of staying in the middle. See if there's any rotating around, but it looks like they're aiming for Site A. Now, see, Mom's gonna start rotating over, but he's gotta be careful not to get picked off by that Killjoy and the sniper. We've mentioned how much of that threat has been. And Mom's gonna get picked off, and LSU Shreveport's gonna go straight for the plant and does get that spike planted. Wave is gonna end up going down. Goes up the grenade. Edible drywall is gonna fall. McLovin gets a 1-for-1 trade, and it's just Weenie Hut Jr. Takes down the Jet, but still on the clock. Sees the Killjoy, but gets taken down, and here we go again, folks. Another back and forth.
Switching
And we're on around 35 at this point.
Do you want to dance? I'll leave.
Who is gonna be the one to take this at this point?
I mean, it's really gonna be who wants it more. That's really what it's gonna come down to, because this is just a battle of wits, a battle of endurance, and I'm sure both sides are getting very exhausted.
I'm getting exhausted just watching.
Now the rounds we got. Marietta's going to be looking at Snipe. Wave gets picked off very early by the Jet.
Grenade.
Once again, the story has been Pioneers were up 12-2. LSU Shreveport won 10 rounds in a row to get into overtime, and it's just been back and forth ever since for another 10 rounds. Now Marietta is going to be rotating over to Site A. Still 4v5. And Mom takes some damage. But it's just back and forth on trading. Edible Drywall takes down the Sage. Edible Drywall gets another, but it's a 2-for-2 trade. Edible Drywall with the 3K. It is still a 2v2 though. 30 seconds remain.
30 seconds left. Last player
And
standing.
Edible Drywall gets taken down, so it's just Weenie Hut Jr. that remains. Takes down the Jet, but gotta either take down the Viper or get the spike planted. We'll start planting. And should be able to get off in time, but gotta be able to take down that Viper.
Or just stall it out long enough to win.
That too. This is gonna be very intense. And when you can hear from the room like, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there.
I'm just right by ya.
But Marietta will take the round.
It looked like Viper was blocked off by the gun, and Weenie Hut Jr. just didn't see him.
But yeah, didn't realize that they're right up there. But once again, match point. Can Marietta close this out?
We're on round 36. 36. We have never seen a map go this long
Does
before.
anyone have ever seen a Valorant match go this long? I mean, seriously.
And this is still just the first map.
Please don't remind me.
We still have at least one.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Can Marietta keep their composure? Because you have to play smart. Everything's at stake here. If Marietta takes this, they will take game one. Otherwise, we're going to be back to overtime again. Just waiting very patiently. We're going to see LSU Shreveport maybe looking to rotate around. And Weenie Hut Jr. gets taken down by Viper. I think I realized the Viper is right underneath him. Or right next to him. 30 seconds remain.
30 seconds left.
You see LSU Shreveport's going to be rotating back to site A. And they will start planting. But McLaughlin takes out one. The spike gets planted, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. But right now it's 2v2. Marietta just needs to disable that spike. And it's just the Killjoy that's left. Wave took down the Viper. That Killjoy is going to be watching that spike very carefully.
Gonna be tough to close that distance to take down that KJ.
It's going to use that smoke as cover, which is going to be huge. Can Mom get the defuse off? Halfway through. Does he get it? And he gets it!
Defenders win.
And Marietta, after 36 rounds, they will finally close this out.
19-17.
Oh my goodness. Let's just look at this here. Wave at 37, 25, 11. Bomb at 28, 24, 9. But, oh my goodness.
Very high stress game all around.
Yeah, it's just been back and forth here.
And you can hear the Pioneers in the other room celebrating that victory.
I mean, now, that right there just felt like the match itself with the way that's been going. But like, once again, the story has been Marietta was up 12-2. Just needed one more round. LSU Shreveport then won 10 rounds in a row to tie it up. And it's been back and forth. I lost count how many rounds where LSU Shreveport was at match point, but Marietta was able to find a way to tie it back up. But then lately, they were able to take the first round, but then they were losing the next round. But finally, the Pioneers were able to close it out.
Yo.
Any analysis with that?
Nope. I'm just overwhelmed with that one.
Okay.
That one was a lot.
Yeah, so I think it's safe to say that we're gonna take a quick break here. Yeah, everyone's asking for a 10-minute break. And yeah, we're gonna take a break. And so they were playing for about an hour and 20 minutes.
With the one game.
And
one
yeah,
map.
we still have at least one more to go. Yeah, and it looks like the spectator for LSU Shreveport also had the same HUD issue as us.
Looks like it was just the spectators, the
Yeah,
observers issue.
Yeah. But, alright, we're going to take a break, everyone. Just give us a couple of minutes for everyone to kind of reset. Don't know how long, but we'll be back soon, TM. All right, and welcome back. We are getting things set up for the second game here. Hopefully it doesn't go to 36 rounds. We'll find out, I guess. It looked like, as far as the HUD issue, it looked like there was it might have been in tournament mode, and I guess that removes a good portion of the HUD.
Ah, that makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, so hopefully that is disabled, because the LSU Shreveport spectator had the exact same issue, so it doesn't look like it was a bug. It was just they might have had it in tournament mode, but you're gonna get things set up here. I don't even remember what the second map was, since I was.
It was split.
Did I say split? Okay.
It's split.
All right. Okay, so it's gonna be splits, and I don't know if Marietta's attacking first or what the deal is, but I think they're still kind of chatting up, because yeah, I mean, that was probably one of it was the most insane Valorant game I have ever seen. Now, to be fair, I haven't seen too many Valorant matches, but I think we're still probably gonna be talking about that for a very long time.
it's got me stressed out, and I wasn't even playing.
But the important thing is Marietta did get the win, so that's going to put them in a good position going into this next game. But it's going to come down to... It's basically going to come down to who has the bigger mental fortitude. Because after a game like that, it's very easy to get exhausted. So as long as the Pioneers do not tire themselves out, then we'll see if they can close it out. Otherwise, we might have a game 3, everyone. So, but yeah, we're okay. It looks like trying to get everyone swapped up. I'm wondering if Marietta's going to be on defense first this time. But yeah, we're just keeping an eye on the chat. So while we're waiting, we'll just go over one more announcement since we didn't do all the announcements. Just a programming note, because spring break will technically start right after this match, there will be no matches next week. That's why we had several matches this week to kind of get them rescheduled. But we will be taking a week off from our matches, but we will be starting back up the following week. So just keep an eye out on social media. You see the links right there, Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all that. So be sure to follow us there. But also, while we're waiting, thank you all for your support. We appreciate the follows. We appreciate the subscriptions. That is one of our main sources of revenue to help support our program. So, I mean, if you're able to subscribe, it is greatly appreciated. If you can't, please don't feel like you have to burden yourself to do so. But if you happen to have Amazon Prime, there is Prime Gaming, where you just link your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account, and that gives you Prime Gaming, which gives you all sorts of perks, such as free in-game items. So like in Valorant, for instance, you can get like some sprays, I think. You can get some cool in-game items exclusive to Prime Gaming subscribers. You can get free games depending on the titles. You can even get a free sub that you can use on any channel of your choice, including ours. You just have to remember to renew it every 30 days. Now, what do you get by subscribing to our channel? Well, you get instant access to our VODs. We do put them up on YouTube. So like next week, we'll be putting a lot of the matches from this week up on our YouTube channel. So if you're patient, then you can wait it out. But if you're impatient, like I am, then you can subscribe to our channel and see them very shortly after the broadcast. I just have to click on the publish button and then you can see it. You also get access to our Twitch emotes, courtesy of our communication brand management department. You can see several right there where you can express all sorts of emotions. But I am going to let in a little secret here. It's not really a secret because I mentioned it last week. We are working on some new emotes.
Ooh.
And I've seen a couple of previews. They look amazing.
This is new information to me.
Yeah.
That makes me excited.
Yeah, we're working on some new types of emotes along with these. So, yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything, but let me tell you, it's a completely different format from what you're seeing here. It's still the Pioneer, but we're looking at some different variants. So if you identify yourself in different ways, then you might be able to find emotes that you like, but also just different ways to express your emotions. But I think it brings a lot of life into the Pioneer. So I'm very excited to see the final version. I don't know how long it's going to take. So, I mean, it could take a couple weeks. It may take till the rest of the semester. But once we have them, we will debut them and make them available. But you can only use them if you subscribe to our channel.
That makes me excited. We've had the same 6 emotes for the longest time.
It's been like a year. Thank you very much.
It's been a little bit longer than a
maybe
year.
we had like 2 or so before, and then we've released a few later.
It's been more than a year. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe. I can't count the 36 at this point, so I've lost count. Okay, so we're still getting things ready for, I think everyone's still kind of in recovery mode from the first game, and rightfully so. Like, I'm pretty sure that game went like an hour and 20 minutes, more or less.
We started at 6 and it lasted till like 7:25, so about an hour and a half.
Yeah, well, there's a couple minutes of getting the lobby and everything set up too. But I think we do see a couple of people in game. I think they're kind of warming back up to get themselves ready to go. But Yeah, I mean, I think they're starting to get out of the game, so we'll be ready. So it looks like it will be split, and Marietta will be defending first. So we'll see. Now, to be fair, Marietta did struggle a lot on defense on Icebox in the last game. So we'll have to see what kind of adjustments they can make on defense with split.
Well, Split and Icebox are two completely different maps and have a lot of different defensive points that you can defend from. Like there's a lot more angles per se where you can defend and attack from. It's just challenging those spots and getting the information you need and knowing where they're at.
All right, so we'll have to see. It looks like everyone's done with warming up. So hopefully we'll be able to. I'm gonna double check what the options here. Oh wait, yeah, we need to turn tournament mode off, right?
In order to get the HUD back, yeah, we will need to turn tournament mode off.
Okay, let's make sure. I'll put a note in here. Yeah, so the ready checks are starting to come out. I'm just trying to make sure that tournament mode is off, so that way we do get the full HUD. Oh, they're saying, oh, something else. Okay. Okay, I think they've identified the issue. I'm not so sure what it was. Oh, okay. There was a permission issue with observers.
Ah, okay. So we will have the score up for this time around.
Yeah, hopefully, unless something else bugs out. But yeah, it looks like there was a setting in the custom game where they kind of limited a lot of the HUD for spectators. But yeah, it looks like that's been fixed. So now we're just waiting for the ready checks. Yeah, we're just waiting here. Yeah, it looks like LSU Shreveport is ready. So we should be starting any second now. Everyone's saying they're ready. So whoever hits the start button needs to do it. All right, here we go. Game 2.
I love this map. This is my favorite map, overall favorite map in the entire game.
All right, so now that you said that, you have to say why.
It's just balanced all around. It feels like you can do something on both attack and defense, and especially after the changes, it feels like you can never really be in a spot where you can't do anything about it.
So was this one reworked?
It was reworked a little bit.
Okay.
Not too much, and not very major changes, but it was reworked a little bit.
Okay, so we're gonna see. Mom's gonna bring out the Reyna this time instead of the Fade. McLovin bringing back the Cypher. We have seen him play Cypher a couple of times, but Weenie Hut Jr. will actually bring out the Fade. Edible Dribble on the Sky, and Wave bringing out the Viper. We were talking in game 1 how it was really hard to play against the Viper.
It looks like a complete composition change for both teams in comparison. Both teams are going to be... Looks like both teams are bringing out both Cypher, Reyna, and Sky. Very interesting.
Yeah, so the really differences would be like the Jet and Omen for LSU Shreveport. And Marietta bring out the Viper and the Fade. So how do you think this composition will go for? It's hard to predict, but just based on how Marietta has things set up, what does it look like to you?
I mean, with Marietta's comp, there's a lot of things where it's like you can get a lot of information with the Cypher, the Fade, the Sky. You can get a lot of information, which at times is very needed in this map.
All right, and we do see that LSU Shreveport actually brings out the Astra at the last second instead of the Omen.
That's an interesting pick to me. Astra takes a lot of skill and a lot of coordination to play properly.
Okay, and hey, we got the UI back! Yay! All right, now we can actually show you guys everything going on here and keeping track of status. This feels so much better.
And it looks a lot better this time.
Yes, it does. Although I think I am going to make one change in here because I think I had something with the loadouts or something. Player loadout always visible. Let's turn that off. I think that will at least fix a few things. But all right. So it looks like LSU Shreveport is eyeing site A. It is the pistol round.
Toxins going up.
Bring out that toxin wall, spots the Cypher, and is going to fall back. Although Sky is going to be trying to throw out a blind, but gets one.
Blinded.
But gets picked off himself. But right now there's 3 left for Marietta. Toxin's going to be coming out by Wave. But now LSU Shreveport seems to be rotating over the side B because it is a 4v3. Winnie Hunt Jr. is going to be looking for a pick from behind. But we're going to see McLovin falling back. We're going to use that camera to try to get some information. And Winnie Hunt Jr. may be looking for but actually Marietta is going to fall back. And gets picked off, but Wave is going to get the re-kill. But now LSU Shreveport will get the spike planted first. So it is 3v2. And we're going to see McLovin does get picked off, so it's just Wave that's left. Wave gets spotted, but loses the gunfight, and LSU Shreveport will take the first round.
Forgot to check his corners there for a second.
It's hard to do when it's a 3v1-3-3.
That is true.
Now, this is kind of what you were talking about before. The LSU Shreveport will be able to buy. Marietta won't be able to full buy until the next round, but maybe they can try to use that to get themselves a lead later on.
It's snowball like Shreveport did in the last game on Icebox.
But we'll see if Marietta can get some picks along the way. Boombot comes out. Wave's going to fall back.
Toxins going up.
Well, the rest of Marietta's looking to maybe pinch. The toxic wall does come out. And Mom's going to get spotted. Winnie Hunt Jr. is going to get taken down. Mom's going to fall back. And he's going to get picked up. But McLovin does take down one, but does go down himself. So it's just Wave and Edible Drywall that's left.
Toxin screen down.
Now we're going to see... I thought they were going to rotate the site B, but I guess not. Edible Drywall does get taken down. But Wave takes down one. Takes down two. So they go down, but they take down 3 with them.
Yeah, and those 3 players will not be able to buy this next round any gun whatsoever.
So now Marietta will be able to full buy, so that could put them in advantage. So even though they're down 2 rounds, this could be their opportunity. And so we see here, they get like 3 from LSU Shreveport, have to stick with pistols.
There.
Mom gets a little bit disoriented, but he's going to fall back.
Still in sight.
Tries to go for the peek onto the Cypher, doesn't get reloads. And it's going to fall back.
Here.
Time to hunt.
Gonna try to do some scouting.
They're concussed.
It's a 1-for-1 trade. Mom's gonna take that one, but falls himself. And Wave is gonna take one, falls back. So right now it's a 3v2, 48 seconds remaining. But we have Junior fall, so it's just gonna be Wave and McLovin. Gets one, and gets two, and Marietta will take the round.
Marietta did lose a lot of players in that round, so a snowball might not be an option unless they can take this round right here.
And it's looking like they're going to have to, well, they might have to econ a little bit. Edible Drywall and Leading Hunt Jr. aren't really going to be able to vest a whole lot. Meanwhile, we do see a full buy coming out from LSU Shreveport, and we see Cypher does have his ultimate ready to go.
I will find you.
Oh no, never mind. Marietta's going to buy. Well, Leading Hunt Jr. is going to use a pistol, but we're going to be using the camera to try to see if we can spot LSU Shreveport. Edible Drywall getting a huge snipe onto the Cypher.
Blinded.
And another snipe by Edible Drywall.
That one felt kind of cheap. He would not have been able to see that head if he was not flashed, but he got the flash off, so it's fair. Very nice shot.
The game allows it. So it must be legal, right?
Must be legal. Yeah, exactly.
So it is 5v3. Edible Drywall's going to still keep an eye in case LSU Shreveport rotates back. And he is going to spot it. That does not get the kill. And McLovin's going to get taken down. So now it's a 3v2. LSU Shreveport's going to be looking to plant on site B. Bomb is going to be rotating around, but Wave gets picked off.
Spike planted.
I've got your trail.
And we're going to see the Sky ults coming out for LSU Shreveport very early.
Last player standing.
And Mom gets taken down, so it's just Weenie Hut Jr. remaining.
I'll find you.
Weenie Jr. gets one, but does not get the other. LSU Shreveport, the little gods won a 4K that game,
Teeth will
that round.
shelter in the cold
Uh,
and dark.
this is looks like Shreveport is just doing a very good job about like taking down all of Marietta's abilities to get information, and because of that, Marietta doesn't have the information they need to take any rounds.
You can see Marietta has two ultimates ready with the third almost ready, but LSU Shreveport has three ready themselves. And we're going to see that right now all coming out right away. Toxic Wall comes out for Wave.
Toxin screen down.
But Wave gets taken down despite the fact that he was able to try to spot him out. But now LSU Shreveport and Mom gets taken out from the side.
Spike planted.
And we're just seeing that Reyna ult becoming very powerful with a 3K already. Looking for 4, does get 4. So it's just Weenie Hut Jr. that's left. Tries to use the sniper, but just doesn't connect. And that Reyna ult just basically 1v5 all of Marietta.
If I were Marietta, unless they can all full buy this round, which it does look like they can, I would have just done a. Looks like they can't all buy the best rifles in the game, but what I would have done is I would have just maybe saved or light bought this round, played for next, do a full reset on it, and then take the round that I can full buy.
Yeah, but they are running out of opportunities. It is 1-4 in rounds. Now, I mean, we saw in the game 1 that Marietta took a lead in LSU Shreveport, were able to get back. So Marietta can find an opportunity to get back into it. But still, we were talking before, it's the mental game. If Marietta is mentally shot, then that will be a problem. McLovin does spot one. Weenie Hunt Jr. in a gunfight, but does get taken down.
I know exactly where you are.
Edible drive on McLovin do take one down each, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. So now it's 3v3. And Wave is looking for an opportunity for a pick. And Reyna's going to take down Mom. Now LSU Shreveport. And it's just Wave that's left.
Spike planted.
Great headshot by Wave, but he's going to get taken down from behind. And another round will go to LSU Shreveport.
That was just a little bit unlucky. He just wasn't looking in the right spot. It was just a guessing game at that point. He had no information on where any of them were at, so...
And Marietta has all 5 ultimates ready to go. Meanwhile, LSU Shreveport have been using their ultimates. So I don't know what Marietta is waiting for at this point. Like, they need to start using their ults. And that's been the problem we've talked about before, where they just kind of hang on to them for too long. We're seeing most of LSU Shreveport are going to be eyeing Site B. And McLovin's going to peek and get punished for it. And Wave is going to be looking to flank from behind. He's got to be careful. Does hear them running around. And it's just being very patient. The Reyna ult's gonna come out, and Wave and Mom take down one. Wave takes down another. Mom takes down one, and just like that, Wave and Mom take down all of LSU Shreveport, just collapsing on top of them.
Great patience coming from Wave there. Just waiting for them to walk themselves into a spot where they were getting attacked from all sides, and there was nothing they could do.
And they just used one ult to be able to pull that off. So great execution. But right now,
the trigger discipline on that one, though.
Yeah. But we still see Econ is looking good on both sides. So Marietta's going to have to get a couple more rounds, though, to get back into it. Now we're seeing LSU Shreveport looking at Site A. And now we're seeing some ultimates coming out on both sides. Viper Pit is coming out.
And the Astral Wall.
Is that like a symmetric barrier in Overwatch?
Yeah, except you can't see through it and you can't hear.
Oh.
Well, you can hear, but it's all like really muffled and quiet, a lot quieter. So like, you wouldn't be able to hear a spike being diffused.
Okay. And we're gonna see the Sky ult coming out for LSU Shreveport. They're just popping their ultimates. Mom does get one pick though onto the Reyna. And Wave's gonna get a pick. But McLovin's going to get caught, but Wave's going to take down one. So it's a 4v2. LSU Shreveport is going to start planting. And Wave with the poison takes down one. And here's the shotgun with a 4K.
So close to an ace on that one.
It's because Mom got that early kill.
Over on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. It was an ace on Site A.
There you go.
He killed them all on Site A.
Yeah. We'll take that. And once again, Marietta only had to use one ultimate to take that.
Marietta's doing a very good job about spacing out their ults, using one ult a round.
If that's all you need to take a round, then do it. But I mean, it's still 3-5. And we're going to see LSU Shreveport eyeing site A. Now, Wave and Edible Drywall are there. They know Edible Drywall does get the Reyna down, but loses to the Rays. Now, Mom is going to be keeping an eye, see if LSU Shreveport. I mean, they're right there. Spots one, falls back, takes a hit.
You deal a lot of damage to that Sky, though.
And now Wave is going to see him come out. And he gets two!
Spike down A.
Throws out the Toxin, but falls to the Cypher.
Spike planted.
I know exactly where you are.
And Cypher's going to be popping his ultimate,
Enemy remaining.
but Mom takes down one. And it's just the Cypher that's left.
Bring them down.
And we're seeing, and just like that, LSU Shreveport will take it though. We see McLovin pop the ultimate to spot where the Cypher was, but it just wasn't enough to take it.
Marietta unfortunately lined up for the Cypher on Shreveport, and he was just able to spray and pray. Take them both down.
Yeah, and now we're seeing some of the downsides of Marietta holding on to some of their ultimates. LSU Shreveport is starting to get some of their original ultimates back. So by Marietta holding it on as long as they have, they're not going to be able to utilize as many ultimates compared to LSU Shreveport.
Now,
You see the camera coming out, so Lovin's going to spot. He tried to spray and pray, but he does get picked off.
A little bit of a risky spot to sit there.
And Wave gets taken down. Edible Drywall gets one. Does not get another, but Mom is there with the snipe. But 3K by the Cypher. Using that ultimate again. And Mom is the only one that's left. And gets picked off from behind. So, I mean, we're seeing the defense. Once again, Marietta is still struggling on defense. We're already starting to see some econ troubles from Marietta. It doesn't look like McLovin's going to be able to buy a decent weapon this time.
And Marietta's econ is a little bit staggered apart from each other. They're going to need to win this round if they want to bring it back. Settle it out.
my camera is destroyed. Cage triggered. Found you.
Yeah, we're seeing that LSU Shreveport's trying to trigger the sensors. And we're gonna see the ultimate coming out. McLovin takes out one.
Spike down B.
But he's going to get taken down himself.
Spike planted.
The Wave's going to take down the Sky, so it's a 3v2. Marietta has the advantage right now. But they're going to have to go and defuse that spike and try to catch the race. But Mom's going to get taken off, and so does Wave with the 3K. So it's just Weenie Hot Jr. that's remaining. And another round will go to LSU Shreveport.
Last round in the half.
So it's going to be the last round. And the thing is, Mom has been sitting on the Reyna ult this entire time and never used it. So
That's a little weird because Reyna's ult builds up very quickly, and if you're just not using it, like, essentially off of cooldown, then you're wasting it.
Yeah, because we saw earlier, like, LSU Shreveport probably Reyna all in 1v5, and guess what? Reyna has their ult again, so they're going to be able to use it a second time looking for another 1v5. Now they're going to be converging in the middle. Weenie Jr. is going to get spotted.
Bring them down.
Double drywall gets one, but falls. Now it's a 4v4. Wave gets picks off the Cypher. But gets picked off. And Weenie Hunt Jr. also falls, so now it's a 2v3. And we do see the ultimate coming out from Mom finally.
Last player standing.
But gets taken down, and it's just going to be McLovin that's left. And McLovin will fall, and we're basically seeing a similar half to what we saw in the last game. Is 3-9, where before it was 10-2. So Marietta's going to have to make the same type of comeback that LSU Shreveport was doing.
However, it is the 9-3 curse, so I mean... And you mentioned at the end of the last map, it's going to come down to mental fortitude. As of right now, it seems that Marietta doesn't have the mental fortitude to take this map.
No. They are on offense, so that might help. They did very well on attack last time, and we'll see if they can use that to their advantage here. But yeah, if they're mentally shot, then we are looking at a game 3. Marietta is eyeing site B, and immediately gets blinded by this guy. Edible drywall falls. And Wave is going to get taken down. I mean, we're already just seeing a lot of mistakes from the team moving in while blinded. Mom does take down one. And will get healed back up. But now they're going to be rotating over the site A. So it's a 3v4. And that Skye is very low on health too. Although, very interesting choice here by Mom with the spike. Going to do the reverse rotate, but it doesn't seem like LSU Shreveport is buying it.
I'll find you.
Now they're going to be rotating in.
Bomb buddy out.
30 seconds left.
And Mom is going to take down one. And Weenie Hunt Jr. takes down one. So it's a 2v2. Mom will start planting. Does get taken down, though. So it's just Weenie Hunt Jr. remaining. And the round will go to LSU Shreveport.
Being very low on HP there. Was not looking like it was going to be a very easy clutch for Weenie Hunt Jr. there.
Yeah, but the problem, though, is Marietta is going to have a disadvantage of this round. And they need every round they can get if they want to close it out. Otherwise, they will go to a game 3. And it's already been a very long game. We've been playing for over 2 hours now. We're seeing LSU Shreveport has taken the last 5 rounds.
Destroyed.
We'll start moving in, using the toxin wall as cover. Double drywall tries to find a pick, but Wave is going to go down. Starts planting the spike. McLovin takes down one, but Mom's going to fall. So right now it's 3v4.
player
Gets taken
standing.
down while reloading, so it's just McLovin that's left. Tries to get some hits onto the Rays, but just not able to do it, and LSU Shreveport will take another round.
Marietta is now in the same position Shreveport was in for the first map. Except they just have one more round on their belt instead of the 2 rounds that Shreveport had last time.
Yeah, LSU Shreveport is just 2 rounds away from taking the match, and we're just seeing the momentum is swinging heavily in their favor. And I don't know what the communication is like for the Pioneers, but I think they have gotten tilted again.
Well, the Pioneers are able to full buy this round. Meanwhile, Shreveport is stuck on their guns from the last round because it is round 3 of the second half. So we'll see how it goes.
We're going to see. McLovin does take down one early, which can give them a huge advantage. But they're trying to collapse onto McLovin. And he's going to go down. But Edible Drywall is going to do a 1-for-1 trade. So it's a 3v3. Meanwhile, Wave and Mom are going to be heading over to Site A. But the tripwires are going to go off. So Marietta will get the spike planted. Wave tried to pick off the Cypher, was not able to do so. I was about to say, we had a perfect opportunity.
That was almost very unfortunate. Looks like a little bit of a fat finger to bring out the ability.
Now Wave is going to have the toxin ready. Winnie Jr. is going to get picked off from behind, though. Wave takes down one and takes down another, and Marietta is on the board. Again. So that is exactly what they need to try to get back into this. I mean, we saw the comeback from LSU Shreveport, or at least attempt to come back last game. So can Marietta get a momentum going?
Marietta isn't able to rebuy all their guns and armor this round. So it's going to come down to, like, and Wave and Mom bring forth and get some frags so they can get this round.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing that Wave is 18-11-1. It's going to definitely be up to Wave to make some plays. But we've seen in several rounds before where he would get picked off first because he's trying to scout. But when he's got the highest KDA, he's going to have to find those opportunities. He might have one opportunity here. Just like that, taking off the Rays. Winnie just spots the sky.
I'll find you. Bring them down.
We're seeing Wave looking at the middle.
Poison orb emitting.
Winnie just not gonna look.
Bring them down.
And gets shot from behind. Mom gets taken down.
I have the spike.
And a great shotgun shot there by Winnie Jr. Wave takes down the sky. So it's a 4v2.
Gun here.
Although Wave is extremely low on health. But Marietta will get the spike planted. And Wave... Oh, Wave got healed. Okay. He was like very low on health.
Yeah, Sky has the ability to heal their teammates.
This tells you how much I played this game. Wave spots one, but the 1-for-1 trade, and it's just the Astro and Wave there with the 3K. We were just talking how Wave needed to make some plays, and he did it.
Yeah, he definitely made some plays there, and it looks like Marietta might be able to completely full buy this round.
Meanwhile, it does seem like LSU Shreveport is hurting a little bit on the economy side, but they do have 4 ultimates ready to go. Marietta has 2, and they have just The other three are just one ult point away each.
I want to
So
see.
this may be the momentum that Marietta needs to get back into it. We do see Marietta looking at Site B. Most of LSU Shreveport are at Site A. Yeah, Junior will scout for the Pioneers. Now Wave is going to be peeking around. Marietta's being very patient here. But Wave gets headshot. Mom was looking for the revac, but not going to get it. Has to reload.
That's gonna force Mom to back off and regroup with the rest of their team.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the rest of the Pioneers are going to rotate, but they were already been at Site B, so now they're going to start heading over to try to plant the spike. But now LSU Shreveport is going to be starting to collapse. Edible Drywall is going to plant the spike and will get the plant off.
Miles ready.
But Mom is going to get taken down.
There.
The rest of the Pioneers are going to fall back and keep an eye on the spike. Weenie Hunt Jr. taking down several from the grave. Double Drywall just keep an eye. Double Drywall gets blinded. But they are starting to defuse. McLovin takes down one. Edible Drywall is down to 1v1. They're just fighting each other. And Edible Drywall, with 10 health left, will take it.
It looks like Shreveport brought up a knife there at the end. And Edible Drywall was just not having it. He did not want to take the knife fight.
I mean, were they trying to go for like the BM kill there with the knife?
Yeah, that's exactly what they were trying to do.
And they got punished for it. I mean, you're going to try it. Mess around and you find out.
Exactly.
So that's another round for the Pioneers, and now they have all 5 of them have ultimates ready to go. So we'll see if they can try to do ult after ult after ult and try to use it to chain their way into trying to get ahead. Right now, Marietta is being very patient, trying to see if LSU Shreveport's kind of move out, but that's not happening. Some of them are converging towards the center. Mom is waiting to see if anyone goes by that door. We might see something there. He's going to fall back a little bit. They're seeing a lot of patience coming out there between Mom and the Reyna. Trying to bait out the Reyna and not going to get it. But he's going to get taken down. Did not see the Reyna right next to him. But Marietta's got 20 seconds. They're going to have to move in. Going to trigger. And the Cypher's going to take down Wave. And Marietta's running out of time.
10 seconds left.
And with the spike down, there's just not much that Marietta can do. I think they just took too much time.
They took way too long to push forward and make a play.
Yeah, I mean, when you're on offense, like, defense doesn't have to come after you.
Don't sit down.
And now it is game point for LSU Shreveport. Marietta has to win all the other rounds if they want to take this. They have 5 ultimates. They need to start using their ults.
If Marietta had just pushed in with with an ult or two, they could have easily taken that round.
Yeah, and obviously LSU Shreveport does have 2 of their ultimates ready.
Time to mobilize my pack. Seek them out.
And we're going to see Edible Drywall popping the ultimate. And it gets disrupted. And Edible Drywall gets taken down
Strike down mid.
right away.
Immediately shut down by an Astropole.
Where are you?
That is unfortunate.
Viper Pit is going to be... but no, Reyna ult's going to be coming out. Wave takes down one. And McLovin takes down one, and Wave gets another. McLovin pops his ultimate, and Marietta's going to go straight for Site B with being 4v2. And they do get that spike down. So now they got a hole to stay alive. Cypher does have the tripwire ready.
Tripwire destroyed.
But does lose the gunfight. And Mom gets taken down, so now it's a 2v2. Winnie Jr. takes down one. Now this is going to take down Cypher. Winnie Jr. will get the kill. And they get out just before it goes off.
Marietta is going to need a big comeback to get out of this situation they put themselves in.
They popped a couple ultimates there. They popped 3 to stay alive. But they have to still win every round. Otherwise, we will go to a game 3. So we'll see. The Reyna looks to be trying to scout. And Sky, Edible Drywall does go down. And the Reyna did not take a lot of damage either. Now Wave and Junior are rotating over to Site B. Get blinded.
Toxins going up. Where are you?
We got 45 seconds left. And Mom gets picked off by Reyna. And now it's a 2v4 and it is match point for LSU Shreveport.
30 seconds left. There. No.
I see the fade all coming out for Winnie Hut Jr. Winnie Jr. gets one, does not get the other one. Wave pops the Viper Pit to stay alive, but that is going to be it.
Defenders win.
And it does look like it is going to go to a map 3.
It will. So we do see here Pioneers do fall in map 2. And it's just kind of what we were seeing in game 1 where they struggled so much on defense. And LSU Shreveport seemed to have the better mental fortitude.
It just seemed like Marietta didn't play as coordinated as they did in the first map, especially the first half of the first map. It was almost like it was a completely different team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it got a little bit better at the end, but they were just too far behind to come back. But all right, so it is going to be map 3, and I'm going to take a 5-minute break. But don't go away. We have some more Valorant coming at you. All right, and welcome back. The ready checks are coming out. We are going to map 3. It is going to be Haven, and Marietta will be attacking first this time. We've seen some success on offense, so we'll see if Marietta can use this to gain a tactical advantage.
Get that momentum early so they can just snowball it the whole way and end this game quick.
Yeah, we've been talking before. This is about the mental fortitude. And if right now, LSU Shreveport has the upswing. So if Marietta can get that early lead and try to shut them down, then they can close this out. But it has turned into a best of one, winner take all. The ready checks that came out from both sides. So I'm just waiting for someone to hit the go button. So just still waiting. Yeah, I mean everyone's ready. I don't know what they're waiting for.
Waiting on something.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, here we go.
This should be an interesting one to end it off on.
All
Map
right.
with 3 points. It's no longer the only map with 3 points in the game anymore, but
It's still the classic map with 3 points on
yeah,
it.
it plays different than any of the other maps in the game, just because of that 3 points.
All right, so Winnie Hut Jr. locking in the raise. McLovin looking at the Killjoy. Hasn't locked it in yet. Edible Drywall bring out the KO, but they're still kind of talking things over.
Kind of looks like for the most part they're going with like back to their comfort picks. Kind of weird that they strayed from those, but now that they're going back to them, I feel like Marietta might do a little bit better because we've seen them all do great things on these characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I know they've tried to come up with pre-made comps for different maps, and I think they tried to run that before,
Select
but
your
it
agent.
didn't quite go as planned. But yeah, for everyone, except for McLovin, I mean, everyone seems to be on like what they consider the main. Although I don't know what McLovin's main is.
I believe it's Cypher.
Makes sense. We've seen him play that a lot.
But Killjoy is very strong on this map, so it doesn't surprise me that they went with the Killjoy.
And we're going to see that Reyna coming back out and Cypher for LSU Shreveport. And we saw that both played very well in the last game. So this is going to be it, everyone. Winner take all, as long as it doesn't bug out. Okay, did not bug out. Good.
We're all good. We're all good. No bugs, no visual glitches, nothing. We're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, we've been going for about 2.5 hours at this point.
By the end of this game, it'll be over 3. Longest Valorant match I think Marietta has had ever, to be honest.
I wonder if it's one of the longest Valorant matches of just ever.
I kind of doubt that, but
I mean, you never know. How many games have you seen go to 36 rounds?
not many. You have a point there.
36 rounds and going all 3 games.
You have a very good point here.
Here we go. So Marietta is going to be attacking first. So Marietta is going to try to be patient, looking for the opening, because, as you said, they have 3 sites to choose from. It looks like they're going to go for site A, throwing out the dagger and the smokes.
Suppressed.
They're using a lot of the utility. Flashbang is going to be coming out. The edible drywall is going to get taken down. Wave takes down 1. Gets 2. McLovin gets 1. Winnie Hut Jr. gets 1.
Remaining.
But it's a 3v1 left for the Pioneers, and they're...
Last player standing.
So now it's a 3v1 turned into a 1v1. And McLovin gonna get the round for the Pioneers.
That's a very good start for the Pioneers this time around.
Yeah.
Taking the first round, hopefully the second, because they are able to buy up this round because of that.
Yeah, that was close, because it was, because I'm losing my train of thought. Yeah, Edible Drywall went down first. Marietta takes down several from LSU Shreveport, but the Jet taking down 2 as well, getting to a 1v1. McLovin was able to get the picks. So we're going to see the Disoriented coming out. Wave takes down 1. And they're going to be heading straight over to Site C. Although Mom is going to fall, that Jet's is causing a lot of problems for Marietta. They get the spike planted. And Wave's going to take down the Omen. But 2 of the Pioneers have fallen, but Weenie Hunt Jr. is going to get a pick.
1 enemy remaining.
And it's just 1 left. Wave with the 3K. It's just that Jet that's remaining. And McLovin getting the killing blow once again. So that's 2 rounds for the Pioneers.
Just that momentum from that first map is back in Marietta's side.
All right, but now here's the challenge. We've been talking about this all night. Round 3. LSU Shreveport going to be looking for that full buy. And I don't think Marietta's going to be able to do a full buy. We see Edible Drywall has to stick with the pistol.
Marietta can take down like 1 or 2 of them, because they can't completely full buy either. They're down a couple rifles.
Edible Drywall does go down.
Down A.
So now they're going to kind of go with the divide conquer approach.
Cover going out.
And the smoke comes out, and Weenie Hunt Jr. is going to fall to the Cypher.
A.
Wave gets 1. But it's still a 3v4. Wave very low on health. McLovin's going to fall back. And they're going to rotate over to maybe Site C, it looks like. Or actually, they may be looking at Site B. But they got to be careful. LSU Shreveport is going to be heading in. Mom goes down, so now it's a 4v2 with Wave extremely low on health.
Last player standing.
McLovin's going to get taken down, so it's just Wave, and he's going to get picked off. So LSU Shreveport's going to be able to defuse, and they only took down 1, which is not an ideal situation.
My ultimate is ready.
Every kill matters in Valorant. Every kill. So, and potentially Marietta might. No, it looks like they're gonna have to take an eco around this time around because only 2 of them can full buy. However, it is looking like they might be trying to force this, maybe take this round.
Yeah, that is going to be... Although Wave does have his ultimate ready to go. Although Cypher for LSU Shreveport also has the ultimate. But we'll see if Wave uses the ultimate to try to get a flank from behind somewhere. And they're going to go straight in. And Edible Drywall gets picked off. McLovin gets 1. And just like that, the Omen for LSU Shreveport get a 4K.
I don't even know how that happened.
Until I blind.
Marietta just started dropping like flies.
Yeah, just took down 4 himself, and Marietta gets severely punished for it. So now it's 2 rounds apiece.
This has been a very close game all around. throughout the entire series.
So we're going to see that ultimate coming in. Wave spots the Cypher over at site A, but does not take the teleport. Tripwire does go off, and Edible Drywall does go down. And McLovin's going to fall to the Cypher.
I must wait a moment.
So Marietta's getting a little careless here. So they are going to have to fall back. But looks like they may try to head back to site A. Now Cypher's going to pop the ultimate to spot. He's going to teleport from behind and gets the pick onto the Cypher.
30 seconds left.
Who's traveling? Cover going out.
And puts the smoke out onto the Reyna. And Marietta gets the spike planted. But now it's a 4v3. But Weenie Hut Jr. is going to fall in solo wave. So it's just Mom that's left. And LSU Shreveport are going to get the kills. And they will defuse the spike.
That was a valiant effort coming from Marietta there.
Really expect that to work.
They did manage to get the spike planted.
I mean, it was a great play by Wave to teleport and get the pick onto the Cypher. But they were just already at a numbers disadvantage. But LSU Shreveport has taken 3 rounds in a row. So Marietta's going to have to make an adjustment.
Kind of step back, slow down, reevaluate, and then go from there.
Dropping spike.
Now we see Mama's going to be trying to scope out Site C. Spots the Jet. You see the Reyna kind of peeking around. And McLovin's going to get the pick.
I have the spike.
While Wave is looking at the middle. Spots the Jet. And gets the headshot. And we're seeing the smokes coming out left and right. But that Omen already taking down Weenie Hut Jr. and Double Dribble, although Wave does take him down. So it's just the Sky that's left. And Wave does go down. And it's just McLovin with the clutch 3K to get the round.
Oh, that was a very close call there.
Yeah, I mean, Sky was able to take down 2 by himself. But now we're seeing ultimates are coming online. 3 are ready for LSU Shreveport. Marietta has 2 ready, and with a couple almost ready to go.
It does look like the Jet is bringing out an operator. I believe that was who played the KJ in the first map. We know they're good on the op.
Marietta's gonna have to be ready for that. And yeah, we see that Jet looking from a long distance, trying to see if we can get a pick if anyone rotates to site A. But Marietta may be looking at site C. We see the smoke coming out by LSU Shreveport. Once again, I don't know what Marietta is waiting for. I think Mom knows the rain is there. Gets it to about almost half health with that shot.
Blinding.
Throws out the smoke and teleports.
My ultimate
And gets the pick on the Omen.
going out.
But now Mom is going to fall. And Wave takes down Sky. Weenie Hut Jr. takes down the Jet. So it's a 4v2. 35 seconds remaining. The Reyna ult is going to be coming out. Wave's going to be popping his ultimate.
30 seconds
And it's going to plant the spike over at site A, getting away from all the action. Weenie Jr. is going to be throwing the grenade. Wave gets the 3K. Weenie Jr. is trying to get away from the Reyna. Does end up falling. So now it's a... This is going to be very scary because both Edible Drywall and Wave are so low in health. And the Reyna still has ultimate and full health. Going to be using the smoke, so they just have to delay, eat the clock.
Last player standing.
And Wave is going to actually get the kill.
That was an interesting play coming from that Reyna, dropping all the way from heaven, taking half damage.
Yeah, it was smoked and took down Edible Drywall, but Wave used that opportunity to finish him off. So we're seeing Wave getting some huge plays there, and now Marietta has 4 ultimates ready themselves. Wave popping his in the last round. So now, will they utilize their ults? It's something we talked about how they kind of have a tendency to hang on to them too long. But this is going to look like another back and forth brawl between these two teams. And Wave does take a hit. He seems to be fine, but... So throwing out the smokes over by site A. And KO is going to be bringing out his ultimate. If I can get the right one. Weenie Jr. is going to fall. Edible Drywall gets one. Marietta's going to start planting the spike. And they do get it. Although Wave is going to fall. And Mom's going to get taken down by the Jets. So it's a 2v4.
Last player
And Edible Drywall falls. So it's just going to be McLovin. I don't think there's much he can do at this point. Maybe looking for a possible pick. But he's going to get spotted by the Reyna as the smoke fades.
Like you said, it's just going back and forth between these two teams.
Yeah. They did pop the KO ult and got some progress with it, but just not getting enough picks and dropping on the gunfight. So they got to make sure they're getting those headshots.
Does look like a little bit of an eco round coming from Marietta here. Marietta's primary goal in the situation is to maybe just try to take a couple of them down with them.
Yeah, that's what they're going to have to do here.
And if they can win the round off of that, then yeah, this is a win.
And Weenie Jr. popped the ultimate but gets taken down while using the ultimate. The Wave is going to take down the Omen.
Cover going out.
So there's a 1-for-1. And Wave gets a headshot on the Cypher. Meanwhile, Marietta is going to start planting at Site B. And they do get the spike planted. Wave gets another headshot. That's a 3K so far for him. But does go down to the Jet. And Jet's going to pop her ultimate. The Edible Drywall is going to get picked. But McLovin's going to take down the Jet. So can they delay the Reyna? And Mom is going to take him down. And Marietta will secure the round, getting the Thrifty.
What in the world did I just say? Taking that win on an eco round, too. That is insane plays coming from Marietta.
Yeah, so now they see they're going to be able to full buy. So if they can get a couple more rounds and disrupt LSU Shreveport's economy, that's going to put them in good position. Remember, this is match point for both teams. We have been going for almost 3 hours now. And Wave is going straight in. Knows the Reyna's right there. Grenade comes out. And Weenie Jr.'s grenade will take him down.
You should run.
Meanwhile, the Killjoy ult is going to be coming out for McLovin. And Mom and Wave are going to get 2 kills each. And they're going to start planting the spike.
We needed a 5v2 in Marietta's favor.
Sky is going to start moving in. But Wave's going to get taken down, but we need how Junior's going to get the refrag. So I think Jet is just going to concede the round.
Save the op at that point.
Yeah.
Probably the smarter play, because they will not be able to buy if they die with the op.
Now, Marietta needs to get out, though, so that they don't die. And they should be fine. So now Marietta's up 6-4. And we're starting to see that momentum coming back into Marietta's favor.
The Shreveport does still have that operator. And we know from the first map that they are good with that op. However, we haven't seen it much this map.
I think this map's a little bit more difficult to land those hits compared to Icebox. Icebox seems to be a more sniper-friendly map. But now Marietta's going to be looking at maybe Site B, although a couple hits already taken. Wave takes a hit, but seems to be okay.
Face your fear!
And here comes the Fade ultimate coming out. So they're going to use that to start planting over at Site B. Now this is going to be interesting. Marietta's going to try to fall back because it's still a 5v5. So it's going to be up to LSU Shreveport to come in. Although there's that sniper going off. But Mom's going to get a headshot onto the Reyna, but we're going to see a couple more picks. So it's a 2v4. Wave gets a headshot on the Cypher. Going to throw out the smoke onto the point. And Wave through the smoke's going to take down the Sky. But he's going to go down, and it's just... And McLovin's going to disrupt, and I think that's going to be enough to take the round because they delay long enough. And sure enough, Marietta takes the round.
And once again, Shreveport just saving that up.
Last round before the switch.
But it's not going to matter after this round because we're going about to swap, and Marietta's up 7-4.
And Shreveport isn't able to buy the better rifles or all their armor. They're opting for better guns over armor.
So that could put Marietta at advantage if they can get some great hits. Now we do see 3 ultimates for LSU Shreveport, and McLovin gets taken out immediately.
Shutting them down.
Throwing out the suppression. The edible drywall goes down,
Spike down, C. I have the spike.
but Wave takes down 1. And takes down the Jet, which is huge. They're going to start planting the spike. And actually, Mom took down a couple I didn't even notice. So it's now a 2v3 in Marietta's favor. But Mom does get taken down, so it's a 2v2. But Wave with the 3K.
Blinding.
So it's just the Reyna that's left. Uses the smoke as cover.
Cover going out.
Starts trying to defuse, but Wave using the smoke as a way to kind of delay. And he catches the Reyna with the 4K.
Close to another ace in this series.
Switching sides.
So many close calls for an ace this series, yet we haven't seen one yet.
So at the swap, Marietta is now up 8-4, but here's the problem. They're on defense, and they have been struggling with defense all night. They only need 5 rounds, but they gotta find a way to continue this momentum. They've taken the last 4 rounds in a row. So can they close this out, everyone? I mean, Wave has been playing very well. 22, 9, and 5. I mean, when everything's on the line, Wave is stepping it up for the Pioneers.
Literally fragging the entire team.
Grenade!
Pikachu's gonna throw out the grenade. And Wave is also putting out the smoke. And that's going to force a rotate. Mom takes a couple hits and has to fall back. But McLovin gets one. And now we see LSU Shreveport. McLovin gets two. Mom takes down one. Although, now it's a 3v2.
There. One enemy
When Neo Jr. takes down one, it's just a Cypher right there with so low in health. Gets picked off, but Edible Drywall will get the kill, and Marietta takes that round.
Keeping up that momentum is crucial at this point. Marietta cannot let up now.
Yeah.
It is not over until you hit 13 rounds.
No, we've seen what happens when they got the match point in game one. As a reminder, if you have not seen it, in the first game, Marietta was up 12-2, and LSU Shreveport won 10 rounds in a row, and it went back to back in overtime, going to 36 rounds before Marietta closed it out. And we saw some of the exhaustion in game two, but now Marietta is in the lead. So can they hang on to this? You're seeing LSU Shreveport heading over to Site A. Wave is going to be throwing out a smoke. Edible Drywall and Wave do get a couple down each. Grenade's going to be coming out by Green Engineer. Mom's going to take down one, so there's only two left. And none of the Pioneers have fallen. They are riding this momentum wave. And Mom does spot the Jet with that sniper. Yep, Jet does still have that sniper. But now LSU Shreveport is going to be rotating over to Site C, and Mom's going to try to anticipate it. It does see it. But we do see that Sky is in less than half health, so this is going to be a challenge for LSU Shreveport. Trying to look for a pick with the sniper. But Marietta does not need the peek. LSU Shreveport has to make the move.
It's going to be very difficult for them to do so with their low HP, and there's only two of them.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, they are looking to rotate over to Site A, and no one from the Pioneers is spotting that, though they may start to rotate back.
They are hearing it now.
And we see Wave heading up top. And throws out the smoke. And LSU Shreveport will get the spike planted. But once again, Wave gets the Jet down very low on health. Gets one. And they're going to start defusing. And Jet is hightailing it out of there, wanting to hang on to that sniper. And Marietta will take the round.
I feel the strain.
Yeah, at that point, that Jet needed to survive in order to keep that sniper. Because they chose to buy second round of the second half.
Now it is 10-4. Marietta is just 3 rounds away from taking this very long series. We have passed the 3-hour mark. So here we go. LSU Shreveport's going all in on Site C. Mom's got to be careful. That Jet is looking for a sniper pick. Gonna use that smoke as cover. But Mom does get hit with the headshot through that smoke.
Alarm bot out.
And we're gonna see McLovin throwing out some gadgets, forcing LSU Shreveport to rotate around. And he does get the Jet, but does not get the Sky. But it's still huge to get Jet down because he loses the sniper.
And Sky is down to 1 HP with no way to heal herself.
Alarm bot is going off.
Turn out.
Gonna use that turret to try to make a play. 35 seconds remaining. Edible Drywall does go down. Smokes are coming out.
Turret down.
Does
30
lose the
seconds
turret.
left.
Killed my bot.
But it's still a 4v2. And
standing.
McLovin does get taken out, so it's just Weenie Hut Jr. remaining. And Weenie Hut Jr. with a huge 2K to delay the clock, but it's going to get taken down from behind. So LSU Shreveport will take the round.
That was honestly really big for Marietta.
Say something?
Round 3,
Sorry.
they were able to buy full buy. Marietta was able to take down 3 of them. That is big.
And we're going to see, and the Jet does not have the sniper this time. So it is 10-5. Wave is going to be trying to keep an eye in case it peeks through. Does spot and will fall back.
Cover going out.
Edible drywall is going to be trying to throw out. LSU Shreveport still kind of hanging around. Wave is going to get smoked and throws out a smoke himself.
Here.
Weenie Jr. does get taken out, and Edible Drywall was blinded, so did not see the engage.
Spike
And
planted.
meanwhile, the spike does get planted by LSU Shreveport, and they still have all 5 of their players up. Although Wave gets 1, but he gets picked off by
One down.
McLovin takes down another.
Enemy remaining.
So just one, it's just the Cypher that's left. He gets the kill, and I think he's got enough time to defuse. This is going to be close.
So funny.
And he does get it!
With 2.6 seconds to spare.
Oh, that was huge for the Pioneers. McLovin coming in there. But now Wave and McLovin do have ults ready. They just need 2 more rounds to take the series. But we do see that LSU Shreveport has 4 ultimates ready to go. But then again, Marietta has a couple ultimates almost ready themselves. But we're going to see Edible Drywall doesn't seem to be able to full buy. Never mind, he gets able to buy.
Placing alarm
But we're seeing the econ struggles for LSU Shreveport, which could play into Marietta's favor.
I've got your trail.
And we're going to see the Sky ult coming out immediately.
Cover going out.
And Edible Drywall gets 1, but does trade with the Sky. And Wave teleports just in the nick of time.
Just had to get out of there at that point.
I know exactly where you are.
And we're seeing Cypher popping the ultimate. Spike does get planted. Killjoy drops the ultimate. Wave does get 1. Gonna use his teleport to... And McLovin goes down.
One enemy remaining.
But it's just the Jet that's left. And Wave is going to get it. And Weenie Hut Jr. will start defusing the spike.
And that's the round.
And we're seeing Marietta is getting back into this. They're refocused and motivated. And they are 1 round away from taking this series. But it's 12-5. We've seen this before. And we're seeing timeout is going to be called by LSU Shreveport. So this can be it.
Or we could go to another 36
Don't say it. Don't say it. Do not say it.
Or we could go to another 36 rounds.
Let's look at the situation here. So right now, Weenie Hut Jr. and Edible Drywall have their ultimates ready. We do see 3 ultimates ready from LSU Shreveport. So that Reyna ult could be very nasty. We've seen that be able to 1v5. Jet's going to have the ultimate ready. Probably going to be looking to pop of that. And Omen can teleport. Now, for someone who doesn't know much about Valorant like me, what's the econ state right now for both teams?
Okay, so the other team is LSU is completely able to full buy, 100% able to full buy. Marietta is going to be down a couple rifles. However, it does seem like Weenie Hut Jr. is bringing out the judge like she's been doing for a while now. And McLovin's going to be doing the Spectre, which you can still do well with the Spectre if you play it right.
Okay, so we expect LSU Shreveport to go all out, because, I mean, this is it. They have to go all out to stay alive.
It's all or nothing. They might as well use all their ults this round.
So here's the thing. A possible strategy might be for Marietta to let the LSU Shreveport, I'm not like intentionally, but try to just go for picks, so even if they do lose and their economy's in trouble for the next round. It's a legitimate strategy. I'm just gonna see the smoke. Not spoke. And Wave's gonna get headshot by the Omen. And Weenie Hut Jr. is gonna go down. So that is going to be a problem for the Pioneers.
It completely exposes A, and it does look like LSU is going to be creeping over towards that direction.
Yeah, we do see Russian Dagger going out, but not going to catch anyone there. Yeah, so now LSU Shreveport heading straight over. They're going to be playing the Spike.
Spike planted.
And the Omen smoke is still there.
Flash.
Throws out the flash. And gets the pick on the Reyna. Takes some hits and falls. And it's just Mom that's left. And it's going to go down. So they only dropped one in that round.
Their teeth will chatter in the cold.
However, that is... it does look like they're about gonna try to force the buy.
So that's going to be a little risky here.
Does look like Marietta is going for an eco round, buying for next round. Probably the smarter play here. Even if they lose this round, they can full buy for next and take it.
All they need is just one round. So if they can at least get a couple of picks, then that's going to put them at a good position for the next round. We'll see Mom on the sniper. Waiting to see if the Reyna will peek. Goes for it, doesn't get it.
Just whizzes by that Reyna's ear. Such a close shot.
Well, McLovin's looking to get a pick onto the Jet. And does get it. With a great headshot with the pistol. And going to take the weapon. You don't need to buy if you can take their weapons, right?
Not at all.
Shadows.
Wave's going to be throwing out the smoke. Interesting spot right there. I guess to see, look for feet, possibly.
It's a one-way smoke. You can see their feet, but they can't see through the smoke.
And the spike does get planted. And Weenie Hut Jr. going to take down one. Does fall, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. But Wave's going to take down the Cypher. Does take down Edible Drywall. But it is still a 3v2.
Found them. Killed my bot.
The hunt begins.
And the Reyna ult is going to be coming out. McLovin gets it halfway. And Reyna takes down. And oh my goodness, from behind just sneaks through and takes it.
Gets a diffused right under their noses.
Using the smoke as cover. And they just went in there during the whole fighting and just sneaks through and gets the defuse.
That smoke went up just in time to save that defuse.
And I think, did Wave go down from that? Like, did he pop it right before he died?
I have no idea. But that smoke went up just as that Reyna turned the corner and she didn't see the defuse.
Yeah, well, it was smoked because, yeah, it just wasn't even paying attention to it. It was just focusing on the fight. And with that, after 3 hours going all 3 games, let's just do the math here. Let's look at the scores here. So 36 plus 20 plus 19. So that's what? 50. What's 56 plus 19? I can't do math right now. 56 plus 19. 75. Is that 75?
Yeah, just about.
75 rounds.
Oh my.
And Marietta takes this out 2-1. This has to be probably one of the biggest Valorant games in history. I know last semester the back and forth with Baldwin Wallace was so intense, but no, this is far more intense.
Yo, that is the craziest Valorant game I have ever witnessed in my life.
Oh my goodness. All right, you know what we got to do. We have to talk to someone on the Valorant team about that.
Someone.
So, congratulations again to the Valorant team, but let's take a quick break and we'll see if anyone has any energy left to talk. All right, and welcome back. So, first of all, go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone who's watching.
I'm D9 Dozer, or McLovin, and I'm Ian Wanhoss, my actual name.
All right, so first of all, congratulations on the 2-1 win. We have to first talk about game one. 36 rounds. You were up 12-2. What happened?
I think they started playing a lot more aggressive, and then we kind of held back. And they were playing really slow aggressively, so they would just wait for one of us to mess up, and they would pick us off, and then they would just keep doing that back and forth until eventually they picked a site while we were on a different one. So we'd have to retake.
Yeah, so they got to overtime, back and forth. Have you ever played 36 rounds before?
No, that was the longest game I ever played.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a game go that long, but then again, I haven't seen a lot of Valorant matches myself. But you clutch it out at the end to hang on. Game two seemed like you're a little worn down still from game one, it seemed like.
Yeah, I was playing Cypher, which I've kind of switched off from playing him, so I wasn't really used to him, and especially we played Split then, right? Yeah, it was Split, and I'm just not very good at Split's not one of my better maps to play.
That's right. So you go into game three, it is one apiece. So I mean, what's the discussion like? What are you guys talking about?
We decided to work more as a team, and we needed to work on our econ, and we had people buy up while other people would save, and then we'd have the people that buy up help pick off, and then eventually get other people guns.
Yeah, I did notice that there were a lot of times where some of you were kind of holding off. That way, it wasn't like a full risk on some of those matches. And you set the precedent in game three with that first pistol round, getting that last kill and getting the fuse, and then also getting the killing blow again in round two. That definitely had to help with the momentum.
Yeah, it did. We decided to buy up after that, and I'm pretty sure we did end up losing that round, but we took a lot out with us, so it kind of evened out.
Yeah, we got to talk about that last play. Coming in with that clutch defuse while everything else was going on. So talk about that.
Basically, I wanted Walker. He smoked off mid from B, so I decided to keep it, and then they said they would cover me, and then Walker ended up doing another smoke on me just to keep me hidden, protected, because I think the enemy team thought I just tapped it and then was trying to fight, but I just stuck it out.
Yeah, and it paid off. I won't keep you any longer, but do you want to say anything to everyone who's watching?
Hi Lainey, and hi Mom.
All right, congratulations again. It was a long, hard fought one, but you guys definitely pulled it out and earned that win. So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So that is going to be it for us. Thank goodness spring break starts now.
Yeah.
All right. So, as a reminder, because of spring break, we will not have any matches next week. But the following week, we'll be back because I know you guys are going to have a couple of matches that week when we return. So, we're going to be looking forward to seeing you guys then again. Thank you so much for watching. For all the latest updates with what's going on with Marietta College Esports, please follow us on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Shout outs again to HyperX and Over the Moon Pizza for their support. Thank you for your follows. Thank you for your subscriptions. And we hope you enjoy